Welcome to today's Explainer. I'm super excited you're here today because we're going to shine a massive spotlight on a silent wealth killer that, let's be real, affects almost every single one of us. We're talking about the hidden premiums we pay for everyday convenience. So, for today's focus on Stop Paying for Convenience Budget Daily, we're going to unpack the sneaky ways modern shortcuts are literally taxing our incomes, and, more importantly, how we can systematically plug those leaks and reclaim our hard-earned cash. Let's get right into it.
Let me ask you a question, and I want you to be completely honest with yourself here. Do you ever look at your paycheck, realize you're making pretty decent money, but somehow still feel like you just aren't getting ahead financially? Well, you're definitely not alone. We live in an era where literally anything you want can be handed to you with just a tap on a screen. But these seemingly innocent daily shortcuts, they're silently and relentlessly draining your wallet.
Section 1. The Psychology of Convenience.
Okay, so the first massive factor at play here is decision fatigue. Think about it. Every single day you make hundreds of choices. What to wear, how to reply to that one tricky email, how to put out fires at work. The list goes on. By 6 p.m., your mental battery is literally blinking red. You don't want to calculate the cost per ounce of ingredients or cook a whole meal from scratch, right? You just want the absolute easiest option. And in our modern world, the easiest option is almost always the most expensive one.
Then we have the second force, which is lifestyle creep, sometimes called lifestyle inflation. Now, this isn't about going out and blowing your money on a luxury sports car the second you get a raise. No, it's way quieter than that. It happens through dozens of tiny, completely reasonable upgrades. You know, a slightly nicer apartment, upgrading from brewing at home to a daily $6 cafe drink, adding just one more streaming service, ordering takeout a little bit more often. Before you even realize it, your spending has perfectly matched your new income, and your actual savings rate, well, it stayed completely flat.
Section 2. Morning brews in grocery runs.
Consider this stark, undeniable contrast in price. A regular hot coffee at a cafe now has a national median price of about $3.52. And if you want a cold brew, you're looking at $5.47. When you buy that cup, you aren't just paying for the beans. You're paying the cafe's rent, the barista's labor, and all that operational overhead. Meanwhile, if you brew a premium 12-ounce bag of coffee at home, it yields 20 to 25 cups. Even if you spring for top-tier specialty beans, your cost plummets to under 95 cents a cup. You get incredible flavor, you control the exact brew, and best of all, you totally bypass that cafe overhead tax.
Next up, let's talk about the grocery store. We so often grab those pre-packaged bags of apples, potatoes, or chilies simply because it's fast. But the data shows loose produce is actually cheaper 50% of the time. You're literally paying a premium just for a plastic bag. Simply by taking 3 extra seconds to bag your own loose produce and actually checking that unit price, you can save over $1,900 a year. That's huge.
And that brings us to a really impressive number, 28%. You can save an average of 28% per kilo just by opting for the imperfect or ugly fruits and veggies that major supermarkets offer. You know, the apples that are a little lopsided or the carrots that grew kind of crooked. They taste exactly the same. They pack the exact same nutritional value, but because they don't look picture perfect, supermarkets discount them heavily. It's honestly the ultimate hack to bypass the aesthetic convenience tax.
Section 3. The Meal Prep Premium.
Now, let's break down the real cost of supermarket convenience. When you pick up a pre-made frozen meal, you're paying an average of $5.55 per serving. But making a similar meal at home, that cuts your cost right in half to just $2.73. And it's not just about your wallet either, it's about your health. Manufacturers tend to skimp on the expensive protein and just load things up with cheap sodium to preserve flavor and, well, protect their profit margins. By prepping at home, you're getting a massive 55% more protein and 60% less sodium. You're optimizing for your health and your wallet, not their bottom line.
To put this into perspective, let's scale those numbers out over a whole year. If you rely on just 10 store-bought convenience meals a week, that's going to run you over $2,600 annually. But if you make those same 10 meals at home, your cost drops to roughly $1,310. You're keeping over $1,300 in your own pocket. And remember, this doesn't have to be an all-or-nothing game. Even adopting a hybrid approach, like prepping just 6 meals at home and keeping 4 store-bought ones as an emergency backup for when you're truly exhausted, can save you roughly $800 a year.
Section 4. The Delivery App Drain. Okay, prepare yourselves for this one.
92%. That is the staggering markup you can experience when ordering food through delivery apps compared to regular dine-in menu prices. Just let that sink in for a second. You are paying nearly double the actual value of the food just for the luxury of having it driven to your front door. Let's break down exactly how that happens. An $18 base meal never actually costs $18. By the time Uber Eats, Grubhub, or DoorDash pile on their service fees, delivery fees, local taxes, and the expected driver tip, that $18 meal violently balloons to roughly $30. Across the board, you are looking at markups consistently hovering between 66 and 70%. It is a devastating wealth killer hiding right there in plain sight on our phones. The harsh reality here is that you might be paying nearly double what the exact same meal would cost if you just picked it up yourself. And keep in mind, this isn't just the delivery companies being greedy. These apps charge restaurants a massive 15 to 30% commission per order. To even survive, these restaurants have no choice but to mark up their prices on the app. Ultimately, all of those layered costs are passed directly down to you, the consumer. The convenience of that quick tap is seriously costing you a fortune.
Section 5. Reclaiming your daily budget.
So how do we fight back against this decision fatigue? Well, first, automate your finances wherever possible so you never even have to think about saving. Second, create financial defaults, like firmly deciding you only order out on Friday nights. Third, batch your financial decisions instead of stressing over them every single day. Maybe review your subscriptions just once a quarter. Simplify your life by consolidating your accounts. And honestly, most importantly, always make your big money choices in the morning when your mental energy is fresh and never late at night when you're completely exhausted.
Now, avoiding the convenience tax doesn't mean you have to do absolutely everything yourself. It's all about selective DIY. Take car maintenance, for example. You should absolutely take 10 minutes to change your own windshield wipers, swap your air filters, or check your tire pressure. It's incredibly simple and saves you from those heavy markup and labor costs at the shop. But when it comes to complex, safety-related repairs like brakes, engine diagnostics, or transmission issues, yeah, that's when you gladly pay a professional mechanic. It's just about being smart with where you apply your effort.
We have covered a ton of ground today, from the psychology of spending to the exact math behind your coffee, groceries, meal prep, and those late-night food deliveries. So I want to leave you with this final provocative challenge. Look at your bank statement tonight. Review your transactions from the last 30 days. Which specific daily convenience is draining your wealth right now, and which one will you absolutely cut out starting tomorrow? Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer. Stay focused, stay curious, and take back control of your money.